Alright, so here's my family member, I believe. Tim sadly could not be here, but he's in Skype. Here's John, Dad, my mom, and we are all above the age of 16 or 15, whatever the age requirement is. So, am I on there? Mm-hmm. Okay. So what if I told you that increasing obesity rates are not because of people's choice to eat and drink unhealthy, but something that has been added into almost every food available to Americans? Well, this just might be the case. The year is 2014 and it has just begun, but obesity rates keep on increasing. Why is that? Well, what if I told you over 30 years ago, U.S. producers and politicians made a change to our food and drinks that has possibly caused this outbreak? This speech is about how switching from cane sugar to high fructose corn syrup is bad. Back in 1977, a system of sugar tariffs and sugar quotas imposed on the United States, which significantly increased the prices of cost of imported sugars to the U.S. U.S. producers sought cheaper sources of sweeteners. High fructose corn syrup is derived from corn and is more economical. Because of the domestic U.S. prices of sugar are twice the global price, and the price of corn is kept low through government subsidies paid to the growers, soft drink makers such as Coca-Cola and Pepsi decided to switch from cane sugar to high fructose corn syrup in 1984. Not only did soft drinks change to cane sugar, but so did foods. Food companies switched from cane sugar to high fructose corn syrup in the late 1970s to the early 1980s. High fructose corn syrup is even used in foods like breads, cereals, breakfast bars, lunch meats, yogurts, soups, and condiments like ketchup. Let's just say high fructose corn syrup is in almost everything. When me and my family go to the store, we always say it's best to save as much money as possible. But sometimes saving more to get something cheaper with less quality can end up bad. But is high fructose corn syrup really that bad? There are so many commercials explaining that, well, it's good. It's natural and it's good for you. But are they correct? Well, a study led by Kathleen Page of Yale University of Medicine, the test explained how high fructose affects the brain. Researchers studied 20 healthy adults, volunteers, while the test subjects consumed sweetened beverages. The researchers used MRIs to measure brain responses of the hypothalamus, which helps regulate hunger-related signals as well as reward and motivation processing in the brain. Volunteers received a 300 milliliter cherry-flavored sweetened with 75 grams of high fructose corn syrup, as well as another drink sweetened with cane sugar. These different drinks were given in random order from a time spanning of 1 day to 8 months apart. The researchers also took blood samples at various time points and asked volunteers to rate their feelings of hunger and fullness. Subjects showed substantial differences in their hypothalamic activity after consuming fructose-sweetened beverages versus ones sweetened with cane sugar within 15 minutes. Glucose, or cane sugar, lowered the feeling of hunger and actually made them feel more full, as something sweetened with high fructose corn syrup made the subject feel more hungry, and they had the need to eat more fattening, sweetening, and more calorie foods to fill up this hunger, which in reality they were not actually hungry. The Yale School of Medicine was not alone in this study, though. The study was co-authored by Oregon Health and Sciences and the University of Portland. Other tests discussed by Joseph Mercola, who is an alternative medicine proponent and an orthopedic physician, show evidence of increased triglyceride levels and LDL cholesterol levels when consuming high fructose corn syrup. These tests also show that high fructose corn syrup metabolizes faster in your body and way more rapidly than other sweeteners. High fructose corn syrup has also been tested to be linked to things such as diabetes and metabolic syndrome. More evidence supporting that high fructose corn syrup is linked to a rise in obesity are these two charts, which show an increase in obesity over the last 50 years. Look at the chart. It shows obesity has risen since the 1980s, once high fructose corn syrup was being added to most drinks and foods. High fructose corn syrup was brought as an alternative sweetener. After my studies, I can say those commercials that are shown on TV are false. After the studies of me and also many other colleges and professors, high fructose corn syrup is most likely linked to obesity, which is why I think we should go back to cane sugar. Thank you for all listening to my speech. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm Tyler Martin, and here is everyone again.